In this video, we are going to show how to add and subtract similar and dissimilar rational algebraic expressions. First, let's have the addition and subtraction of similar rational algebraic expression. The step is just as simple as adding or subtracting the numerators and copying the common denominator. Let's try number 1. Let's have m plus 5 over 3 plus m minus 7 over 3. Having the common denominator 3 and combining the numerators m plus 5 plus m minus 7. Combining like terms, m plus m, that is 2m, 5 minus 7, that is negative 2. We can simplify our answer by factoring out. So that is 2 m minus 1 over 3. Number 2, we have 8x over 7 minus x plus 14 over 7. So we have the common denominator 7, and then we have the first numerator 8x minus x plus 14. So we are going to change the sign of the numerator of the second fraction. So x will now become minus x, and 14 will now become negative 14. And then we simplify 8x minus x, that is 7x, and then we have minus 14 over 7. Again, let us factor out para makita natin kung meron bang pwedeng i-cancel. 7x minus 14 can be factored out as 7, then 7x divided by 7, that is x. Negative 14 divided by 7 is negative 2. And in this, we can actually cancel out 7. Cancel out 7, ang matitira na lang sa sagot natin is x minus 2. And that is already our answer. Number 3, find the sum of m squared plus 7m over m plus 1 and 2m squared minus 4m over m plus 1. So let's combine the numerators. We have m squared plus 7m plus 2m squared minus 4m. Copy the common denominator m plus 1. So we have m squared and 2m squared, that is 3m squared. We also have 7m and negative 4m, and that will give us plus 3m. So, copying the denominator m plus 1, let us simplify our answer by factoring out the GCF or the common monomial factor, which is 3m. So 3m squared divided by 3m, that is m, and 3m divided by 3m, that is 1. Obviously, we can actually cancel out m plus 1. And our answer is 3m. Number 4, subtract negative 10 minus 6x minus 5x squared over 3x squared plus x minus 2 from x squared plus 5x minus 20 over 3x squared plus x minus 2. So dahil ang given ay subtract this rational expression from this rational expression, uunahin natin isulat itong pangalawang given. So that is squared plus 5x minus 20 over 3x squared plus x minus 2 minus negative 10 minus 6x minus 5x squared over 3x squared plus x minus 2 squared plus 5x minus 20, and then this subtraction sign here will cause the change on the sign doon sa ating numerator ng pangalawang fraction. So that will become plus 10 plus 6x plus 5x squared all over 3x squared plus x minus 2. So, i-combine natin yung mga like terms. We have x squared and 5x squared will give us 6x squared. We also have 5x and 6x, that is 11x. Combining negative 20 and 10, that will give us minus 10. 6x squared plus 11x minus 10 will give us the factors 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 5. 3x squared plus x minus 2 will give us the factors 3x minus 2 and x plus 1. We can cancel out 3x minus 2. Ang natira is 2x plus 5 over x plus 1. And that is already our answer. Next part, adding and subtracting dissimilar rational algebraic expressions. So in adding or subtracting rational algebraic expressions with different denominators, we simply have to change the rational algebraic expressions into its equivalent having the same denominator using the LCD or least common denominator. Then, proceed tayo into adding or subtracting similar rational algebraic expressions. So how do we do that? Let's try some examples. Number 1, we have 2 over x plus 7 over x squared. LCD niya is x squared. So, dahil x squared na yung denominator ng pangalawang fraction, so hindi na natin siya kailangang baguhin. But, we need to rename the first one. And para ma-rename natin yung first fraction, maging similar siya sa pangalawang fraction, multiply natin siya by x, the numerator and the denominator. 2 times x is 2x, x times x is x squared, plus 7 over x squared. And then, proceed na tayo sa pag-add. So, that becomes 2x plus 7 over x squared. And this is already our answer. Next, x minus 3 over 3 minus x plus 4 over 5. I-multiply natin yung unang fraction sa denominator ng pangalawang fraction. So, that is 5. Multiply natin sa numerator at saka sa denominator. Yung pangalawang fraction naman, i-multiply natin siya sa denominator ng unang fraction, which is 3. So, that is times 3 sa numerator and times 3 dun sa denominator. We now have x minus 3 times 5 will give us 5x minus 15. The denominator is now 15. Minus, so we have to multiply 3 by x plus 4, so that is 3x plus 12 over 15. 5x minus 15, and then this now becomes negative 3x, and 12 becomes negative over 15. 5x minus 3x will give us 2x, negative 15 and negative 12 will give us negative 27 over 15. So this is already our answer. Number 3, let us find the sum of 7 over x plus 1 and 8 over x minus 1. So we multiply the first fraction by the denominator of the second fraction. So that is x minus 1, i-multiply sa numerator, and x minus 1 sa denominator din. So sa second fraction naman, mag-multiply naman tayo sa x plus 1, which is the denominator of the first fraction, sa numerator and sa denominator din. So, multiply natin 7 times x minus 1. Distribute natin siya, so that will become 7x minus 7 over x plus 1 times x minus 1. Plus, multiply natin yung 8 sa x plus 1, that is 8x plus 8 over x plus 1 times x minus 1. Combining like terms for the numerators, we have 7x plus 8x, that will give us 15x. Negative 7 plus 8, that will give us plus 1. over x plus 1 times x minus 1. And this is already our answer. 5. Find the sum of 6 over m squared plus 2m minus 3 and 4 over m squared plus 8m plus 15. So, let us factor out the denominators. We have 6 over m plus 3 and m minus 1 plus 4 over m plus 5 and m plus 3. Multiply natin yung first fraction sa kulang natin, which is m plus 5. Second fraction, i-multiply naman natin siya sa m minus 1. Nakikita natin na yung denominator niya pare-parehas na yung term. So, we have m plus 5, m plus 3, and m minus 1. Simplify natin, we have 6 times m plus 5, that is 6m plus 30 is 5, m plus 3, m minus 1, plus 4 times m minus 1 is 4m minus 4 over m plus 5, m plus 3, and m minus 1. Similar na yung ating fraction. Simply have to combine the numerators. That is 6m and 4m. We have 10m. Plus 30 minus 4. That will give us plus 26 over our denominator m plus 5 times m plus 3 times m minus 1. Can rewrite our answer by simply factoring out the GCF. So the GCF is 2. So that will become 5m plus 13 over our denominator, and that is our answer. Lastly, we have number 6. Subtract 4a over a squared plus 4a minus 21 and 3a over a squared minus 6a minus 16. So, i-factor out lang natin yung denominator para madali. 4a over a squared plus 4a minus 21. The factors are a plus 7 and a minus 3. Minus, the second fraction we have 3a over the factors of a squared minus 6a minus 16 are a plus 2 and a minus 8. So, titignan natin, walang parehas doon sa denominator. So, that means ang LCD natin will be the product of these 4 binomials. So, ang next, multiply natin yung first fraction sa denominator ng pangalawang fraction. So, that means a plus 2 times a minus 8 sa numerator. Ganun din sa denominator. Second fraction, i-multiply naman natin sa denominator ng unang fraction, which are a plus 7, a minus 3. Ganun din sa denominator. So, next, we have 4a multiplied by the trinomial kung saan galing itong dalawa na to, and that is from a squared minus 6a minus 16 all over a plus 7, a minus 3, a plus 2 times a minus 3 minus 3a multiplied by the product of these two, and that is a squared plus 4a minus 21, a plus 7, a minus 3, a plus 2, and a minus 8. So, the next step is for us to simplify the numerator. First, ang denominator natin is a plus 7, a minus 3 times a plus 2 times a minus 8. Magiging numerator na natin will be 4a times a squared is 4a cubed. 4a times 6a is minus 24a squared. 4a times negative 16 is minus 64a. Minus 3a times a squared is 3a cubed. 3a times 4a is 12a squared. Magiging minus 12a squared. Minus 12a squared. And the last, we have negative 21 times 3a. So that is 63a na magiging positive na kasi may minus dito tapos may minus doon. That will become plus 63a. Now, combine like terms, we have 4a cubed minus 3a cubed, that is just a cubed. Negative 24a squared and negative 12a squared will give us negative 36a squared. Negative 64a plus 63a, that will give us negative a. All over our denominator, we can also write our final answer as a times a squared minus 36a minus 1 over a plus 7 times a minus 3 times a plus 2 times a minus 8. And that's it. Thank you.